Hi and welcome to KOHANA Studio Podcast. My name is Kate. I'm founder of KOHANA Professional, nail champion, nail educator, and nail tech with over 15 years of experience. And today with me is Amber.
Hi, my name is Amber. I'm the executive assistant here at KOHANA, and I'm also an educator for KOHANA Professional. So this episode is all about salon hygiene. It's kind of a non-negotiable in salons, and we all need to know how to properly clean our tools and our workspace.
Yes, definitely. It's kind of something what is like controversial as well. Like I see, because I'm from Poland and I teach students from different parts of the world, I would say, even from America. Yes, so I know, I hear different laws, different regulations, different opinions, different feedbacks. Lately, actually, I see something really controversial on TikTok and on Instagram. I don't know, did you see that about gloves?
Oh, I didn't see that.
That somebody say, like, to be honest, I don't remember the name of the person, but say that we actually shouldn't wear gloves.
Why?
Yeah, because we can't do properly our job.
Okay.
Yeah, we back to this. So it's really controversial, as you can see. So maybe just very shortly about the standards. So if you didn't watch, we have an episode about the EU and Irish and UK standards, and the difference. We pointed the difference in the previous episode. So if you didn't watch, you're very welcome to do it because it's a really good episode. So first of all, the hygiene in the salon. Always on the beginning, on our courses, we always go through health and safety, all the regulations. It's not only what my opinion is about something. I always say my recommendation, my advices, but also in the EU we have different standards. And sometimes that's why students are a little bit surprised. Depends what students are. Like, for example, I had a few days ago, I had Ukrainian students, and then when I start explaining her the rules, not my opinion, rules and regulation, what are in Ireland, yes, and I was explaining the part of disinfection and sterilization. First, I explained disinfection is like a basic process, kill bacteria and germs, and then the sterilization is like a deeper process, yes, that will kill also bacterial spores, yes. For the disinfection, we usually use some chemicals mixture, some chemical solution. For example, like in Ireland, we have barbicide. And then for sterilization, for a proper sterilization, you will need a machine called autoclave. Yes, so it's like a machine, pressure creates like a pressure chamber with a very high temperature. Okay. So that's proper sterilization. So it's give you the like a medical grade of the cleanliness. Yes. So, for example, when I explain the rules, what the rules are in Ireland, for example, for Ireland in the beauty industry, the disinfection process is enough process of cleaning your tools in every hairdressing salons and the beauty salons. Okay, so this girl was like, even she was on the basic course, but she had she was from the Ukraine. So she kind of have idea how this looks in her country. I know in Poland also the sterilization is necessary everywhere. And then I said to her, like, with the rules and regulation, disinfection, that's the process you can end up your cleaning part. And then I always say, of course, the sterilization, I would advise you to do it because in my opinion, also is the best cleaning level. So she was surprised that like she didn't know it's like this. She thought it's actually everywhere is the same. So it's actually not. It's not everywhere is the same. Like I said, shortly, I don't want to go deep dive to this topic too much because it is controversial. But yes, it is different. It is different. So to make sure, kind of like that, you in your salon you have all the health and safety protocol with the rules and regulations, you definitely have to provide the disinfection level of cleaning in Ireland. Okay, if you are able to do also sterilization, of course, this is the best what you could do for your safety, health and safety. Okay, to kill all the bacterial spores.
So the difference between disinfection and sterilization is that when you're disinfecting tools, it doesn't kill bacterial spores.
Yes.
And this is what bacteria uses to reproduce itself. So have you ever heard, like in these cleaning ads, it kills 99.9% of bacteria. This is like this, 1%, 0.1% that can reproduce itself. But when you are sterilizing your tools with an autoclave, it kills everything, including bacterial spores. And this is why it's a higher level of cleaning.
Yes.
So just to know the difference.
Yeah, well, yeah, very good. Yes, that's why as well, I know sometimes students asking us about what to use for cleaning the tables or for hands, yes. So this is kind of like, you don't sterilize your room, okay? That's why anything that will kill 99.9 bacterial, it's okay, yes. Even we have in KOHANA this antibacterial spray that's suitable for the surface and for the skin. It's the minimum of 70% of isopropyl alcohol. It's okay for this part of disinfection. So maybe we talk about like basic things also. Gloves, masks, dust collectors. What do you think, in your opinion?
I think they're so important because if you're going to be sitting there all day, having full days of clients, you need to mind yourself. If you see how much dust your dust collector collects at the end of a day, imagine breathing that in.
Exactly.
Do you know?
So also we back to regulations. Regulations also, you can, yes, you don't have to wear gloves, masks and all of that, but of course we advise you also do it this, yes. If you cannot afford on the beginning, for example, like more expensive, better dust collector, definitely mask is in place. Yes, mask is in place because yes, you will breathe the dust. Okay, so it's not good. Like how you can imagine the dust can be good for yourself. We are not the doctors. We don't know how deeply go and damage your health, but definitely it's nothing good. Okay, it's not natural for our lungs, for our health system. So definitely mask, it's good idea. And then dust collector, definitely. This is absolutely, who invented this machine is a genius.
I know, it's amazing. And gloves as well. Not only do they protect you from, potential contamination from, clients if they have any issues, but also from products. Exactly. You don't want to be touching products straight out of the bottle by accident.
Yes, and that was the big drama and discussion. I seen it because we all loves watching these little reels and TikToks, and then I go always to comments. And see what the people say about. But I was listening what the lady said, and she was say like, yeah, we can't do properly our job, because it is. I remember when I started doing nails as well, I was kind of like feel uncomfortable kind of with the gloves. Yeah, so you kind of like try to do something with gloves. It is hard. I know it's hard, but until the one moment. This moment when you start touching people's hands and you feel a word, for example, word, yes, on the hand, and then you kind of like sitting and you like thinking what to do now if I will wear gloves. Yes, I believe all of you have the same thoughts. Yeah, you sit, you know you are on the spot. Yes, and in your head is like, if I will wear gloves, she will think I'm a bitch and I will actually I feel disgusting about the hands. So you don't wear gloves and you suffer, and you actually try to hold the hands without touching the spot. Yes, so we all been there. So definitely gloves. It's very good protection from touching people's hands. We never know what people like. Even if we use antibacterial sprays, or gels, wipes, whatever, we still have contact with somebody's skin. So definitely it's a good idea. And like you said, products. Yes, as we all know, the products are pure chemicals, okay? Products, if they are not cured, they are dangerous for your health, okay? Dangerous for your skin. Not normal gloves that you have, the see-through gloves and something like this. The gloves that are proper gloves that protect you from the chemicals. Yes, they don't absorb the chemicals through your to touching your skin. They don't melt when you touch the acetone, for example. Okay, so it's super important to have gloves that are quite thick. Yes, they have to have a special thickness. I remember I had a girl, okay, I had a student, and she had like super rash, like the contact dermatitis or eczema, whatever. It was huge. It was the skin was open and only in this place. And I was like asking her, like, what is this? And she said, oh yeah, I don't know. But then we did course, and I realized she put always product on the skin, and she take a product from the skin.
Stop.
Yes, yeah. You know, sometimes when you do some nail art and when you wear gloves, you put a little bit color here
Yeah,
and
like
there.
a dot on your glove.
Exactly. She was doing that, but without the gloves. She was actually doing this from the skin. And I told her, you should wear gloves. You can't do this from there. You have this rash and all of that. She said, yeah, I know, but you know, like just, ooh,
No, that's mental.
mental. It actually was mental, you know. So yes, it's definitely a proof for that also, that the products can cause allergic reactions. Yes, so definitely gloves will protect you from it. So yes, gloves definitely in place. I would never agree that somebody say, oh, blood is uncomfortable. Seriously, uncomfortable. Like, more things are more important than actually are you comfortable or not. You will used to it. I used to it quite fast and no problem, you know. Another thing from the kind of like the little protection gear, I would say glasses.
Yeah.
Glasses as well, even kind of like, I know they have this kind of special glasses with like goggles, yeah, the goggles, yes, of course, the best, yeah. But even to have just glasses, if you don't wear glasses, but just, you know, nice something protect your eyes, especially if you don't have dust collector, and if you remove, for example, acrylic.
Yeah.
Okay, acrylic has completely different kind of structure, especially when you use the e-file and you remove it, sometimes can fall off in like pieces. So I had a piece of acrylic in my eye, so it's so painful. That's why the glasses, definitely this is like must have in the removal.
And if you're doing pedicures and skin removal.
Yeah, oh yeah, the flakes are in the air, so yeah,
And I
definitely.
know it might be really silly, like putting on a pair of goggles, but you think like all the little flakes
Yes.
that'll be on your eyelash.
On the eyelashes, exactly. Yeah, it's just, yeah, for pedicure, yeah, I would say like a hat, like even this shield.
Yes.
Shield is good. It's good actually.
It is good, yeah.
It's good. But if you don't, but definitely goggles for like skin part to remove the callus, because it is everywhere.
Or we have little hair nets. You know
Exactly.
we wear.
Yes, and yeah, because this kind of dust is everywhere.
Yeah, because when you come out and look at yourself in the mirror, you are covered in dust.
Yes, even you know, we have this kind of the mobile dust collector, but you know, the feet are too far, isn't it? So it's kind of like something will be there soaked, but lots of them is still in the air, so it's around your face. So this is about this protective gear, but let's talk about maybe correct how we should clean. Oh, I forgot disposal. Before we go to this, disposal? Disposable tools. What we have disposable tools?
Nail files, buffers, gosh, off the top of my head, like
Wooden sticks, and the tips.
Yeah.
And the forms. They're not tools like, but like the part of your job that is actually should goes to bin. Wipes. Yeah, gloves as well, like gloves, one client and goes to bin. So everything what is kind of not suitable for cleaning, yes, and maybe we stop in files, because this is something like as well, it's controversial.
I was going to say it's another controversial
topic, yeah. Files, guys, if you're buying the normal files, the files, for example, what we have in KOHANA, okay, this is it's very good sandpaper because it's Japanese, but it's still a paper, okay, it's still a paper. You cannot clean the paper. You cannot put antibacterial spray, water, soap, whatever you want to do, and clean the files, okay. Files are disposable. After a client, we give to client so they can fix your work, or just goes to the bin, okay? And it's no other options. Don't store them in envelopes, don't store them in the plastic bags with the zip, with the name of the client. Don't say to client, keep it and bring for your next appointment. No, just no. They are cost in cents, okay? You can buy them in bulk. You can add €1 extra to the treatment even if you want to kind of cover that cost, and that's it. It's one use only. Okay, I remember the days. When I started doing nails, and we stored the files kind of like on the table, okay, until they were actually gone. But these times are gone. It's completely different education, completely different research. Nails becomes like industry that has so much knowledge, so much about the health, about the safety, about the bacterials and all the diseases, disorders and everything. So we don't go too deep because we can talk about this like seriously so long. But files is one use only and bin.
Into the bin. Or give them to your client to bring home.
Exactly.
Fresh file
every time for every appointment. And then things like your beads, e-file beads, your cuticle pusher, that is the metal one, yes, the scissors, the nippers,
everything that's like stainless steel.
Exactly. Yes, it's suitable for disinfection and for sterilization. So this you can reuse again. Yes. So now, how to do it correctly? Yeah. Okay, because as well, dirty. For example, you work with cuticles, and it's you finish the cuticles being barbicide, and that's all. That's all. Yes. No, it's not like this. Dirty cuticle bead, for example, yes, or your scissors or nippers. You take. First of all, you put them on the side. If you have the excellent, you have fresh tools. But if you finish, you take your tools, metal tools. First of all, we clean them with the water, soap, hand brush, and we clean them, okay, to remove any residue left, like, and how you call them as
build up of.
Yeah, like whatever is left, okay, the dust and all. First, we clean them like this. Then we put them into the disinfection. So, for example, barbicide. Barbicide has instruction on the label and the back. Yes, it's usually 60 ml of the barbicide per 1 liter of water. You mix, you can create a solution that you actually change every day. Every day is fresh solution, okay? So do you need just a little bit, or you actually need the 1 liter? You put the barbicide, maybe just you dip them in the barbicide, or maybe you use extra the ultrasound washing basin, or UV disinfectors, whatever you use, but we do the disinfection process. After the barbicide, for example, we rinse the barbicide, and then we leave the tools to dry. Okay, and this is your disinfection process completed. If you do sterilization, now you prepare the clean disinfected tools, gloves on. You take your sterilization bags, you put your little whatever tools you use per client, you put the sterilization bag and you put into the autoclave, okay, for special process, for you have different processes, depends of the machine itself, okay, and after sterilization the process of cleaning is completed. Okay, so this is kind of that's why the gloves also are important, because if you have clean disinfected tools and you start use just hands, you can contaminate them with your own bacterials and germs from your hands, even if you clean them. We all have them, yes. That's why it's very important to do this process correctly, so you have your fresh tools. So it's good to also have kind of like few sets of beads, few set of scissors, few sets of nippers, that if you have 4 or 5 clients a day, you have always fresh tools done, and you don't have to clean them straight away after client.
Can I just bring up a quick tip that you have that's really, really good? If you have your removal bits and maybe they have a little bit of product build up, like maybe color was a little bit undercured or something, yes, and it gets stuck into the teeth. A good tip before you put them in your barbicide is to soak them in acetone or our soak off remover for about, how long? 5 minutes?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And then you can scrub and everything is clean.
That's very important, because if the product is actually stuck in it, the tools will never be clean.
Yeah, and it's hard sometimes just with soap and water to get rid of it.
Exactly, because it's the product it's actually cured, so it's so even if it's a little bit undercured or something, you remove and it stuck. With the if you put on the side, it's drying. and curing, because like we said, UV light in previous episodes, if you didn't watch, the UV light is everywhere. It's not only in your lamp. It's, of course, it's different strengths, but UV light also is in the daily light. So the product what is was kind of uncured and stocks in your bead, it can little bit cure. So then no chance to remove it with the when you clean it with the water and soap. Okay, so that's very important. And another, I want to just mention one thing. Make sure if you will use this autoclave, okay? So before your disinfected tools go into autoclave, they have to be dry. If you will put them with the water on them, they'll be a little bit wet. They can stain and look like a black patches.
Yeah.
And then they be, because the temperature just make kind of like discoloration. So it's very important to also make sure it's done correctly.
Yeah. And obviously wait for them to cool down when you
Yes.
take them out.
Yeah,
before you use
because
them.
it's so hot. Yeah, it's very, very hot. Yes. That's it for today. Thank you so much for watching and listening. If you enjoyed this episode, please don't forget subscribe and like. I wish you a lovely day and chat to you soon.